experience.
United Colonies space. Maintain current course while we scan for contraband. Scan complete. You are...
Be scanned as you enter the city.
It's good to see you again. I was wondering if you were going to stop by. Thanks again for getting me back to New Atlantis. The viewport still makes their drinks just the way I remember. I barely recognize myself either after a shower and a haircut, but the change has made me feel more like the man I was last time I was in New Atlantis. I'm still a little shaky, but I'm doing much better than the last time we met. And my engineering skills are no worse for wear. Have you given any more thought to taking me on as an engineer for your crew? Are you serious? You'll really give me a chance? I wasn't expecting that. Thank you. I don't know what to say. You have my word that you won't regret this. I'll do my best to live up to your expectations, Captain. Really.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite part-time security officer. Crime has slowed down since you started helping out, which is good for Murray. Yep. Something just came in. Scuffle over at the Dawn's Roost. Security on site handled it, but now one of them is saying the other guy stole his wedding ring. Problem is, he left without identifying the perp, so I need you to talk to Royce Elgin at the Dawn's Roost. See if you can fill in the gaps. Thank you, Captain. Always appreciate it when you lend a hand. Let me know when the matter's resolved. A restaurant over in the residential district. Caters to a very fancy clientele. It's the kind of place where forks come in different sizes, depending on the food. It's a lot of work, as always. People like to say, New Atlantis is the safest city in the settled systems. How hard could your job be? Well, safety doesn't happen by accident. It takes a lot of work and a lot of people. According to the patron, the ring is valuable, but if I had to guess, not for sentimental reasons. Normally, when someone loses a valuable keepsake, they're heartbroken. The way this guy was acting, it's almost as if he lost a wallet full of creds. The whole department is in the process of recovering, myself included. If I'm being honest, I still have nightmares of my team turning on one another. Things can be replaced and wounds can be healed, but building back that trust in each other is going to take time. Luckily, we've built a good culture here, and we hired some new recruits who were inspired by what you did. I've got faith we'll survive this. See you later.
I do hope you are enjoying your time in New Atlantis.
Remember the Prince of Surprise? It was almost pure vodka.
A most unfortunate incident, complicated by the fact that both parties were inebriated. While I wasn't privy to the entire argument, Hugo and Octavio had been dining here together for quite some time. So, it was surprising to see them at each other's throats. I assume that would be the slender gentleman, Hugo Fournier. He was the one who excused himself after UC security arrived. I believe he lives in Athena Tower, although he may be checking out soon. But I would start there. Enjoy the rest of your day.
By the way, Captain, Sergeant Yumi was looking.
Hey. Oh, I can't believe that Octavio. That liar, that manipulator, that... Thank you. He's a scoundrel and a fiend, and I was wrong to ever think otherwise. 5 years we were together, half a decade! And he threw it all away for that waiter. He would say that, but as far as I'm concerned, it's my property. He gifted it to me when he proposed. It's not his to return. I don't care. I'm not giving it to you. Is that what the law says? To be honest, I am not sure. Well, I was going to pawn it off. But what if I don't get a good price? And every second with it is excruciating. Fine. I may be extremely agitated, but I want no part of a UC prison. Here.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep... Okay... No.
After that, how can I help you, Captain? Ah, perfect. Did you manage to get the ring back? Excellent. I'm sure the victim will be pleased to know their property has been returned. You acquitted yourself well again. I dare say you might have a knack for police work. Hardly surprising for a captain of the UC Vanguard, but still, impressive nonetheless. Here, take this. It's well deserved. I'm starting to run out of credits to give you. I do. Thanks to you, the spaceport is up and running again, which is good for commerce, but also for smugglers. We've received a tip that someone has been bringing in contraband into New Atlantis through the spaceport, and we need to investigate. Great. First, speak to one of the technicians over by Landing Pad B. Ask them if they've noticed any suspicious activity. Once you've gotten a lead, cross-reference their testimony with ship records over at Aegis. When you're done, report back to me with your findings. Well, technology-wise, criminals have always been one step ahead. No different now than it was centuries ago. Smugglers often have a fancy shielding or scan jammers that allow them to evade the checks. But luckily, we can still use old-fashioned detective work to track these criminals down. See you later, Captain.
Are dictated by.
You will be scanned as you enter the city.
Got anything you need to offload? Trade Authority is always buying. Kiosk, right?
Yeah? Can't say I have. When you work a job like this, you see so many ships. They all sort of blend together. Look, I'm just a port worker. My whole life would fit into one of these boxes. I've got nothing to hide. Now, if you don't mind, I got work to do. And if you do mind, tough.
Yes. Something I can do for you? It's about time. I've been telling my supervisor about that cargo ship for ages. Beginning to think he was ignoring me. That's the problem. I don't really look at the ship names when I work, just the ID number granted for clearance. I think it was UC576B. I do know it's a cargo class transport, if that helps. It's the way the crew handled the cargo. They were being way too delicate. The manifest said they were carrying potatoes, spuds. I don't know what was in those crates, but it certainly wasn't that. Time to get back to it.
You will be scanned as you enter the city. Please keep it. Okay.
I'm so excited to see Tony after work.
I'm afraid I'm not at liberty to discuss the details of my division's work. You are, of course, welcome at any time here in Mast. Same as anyone. That I do, Captain. Sergeant Yumi said you'd be coming to pick it up. You've got good timing, too. I actually have a friend on a classified star station who sent me this list of potential smugglers the other day. Here you are. Given I owe you for the last job, I hope it serves some use. Yep. Every ship on that list has a route that goes through New Atlantis. Not surprising, given we're the biggest port in town. And if they're smuggling stuff there, you can bet your ass they're smuggling stuff here. That's right. Classified station, top secret projects, etc., etc. And from what my intelligence tells me, you've already been on board that station, Captain. So you don't need me to fill in the details. It's been a pleasure.
Found those smugglers yet? How's the investigation going? Is that right? Do you know the name by any chance? Let me know if you have any questions. Found those smugglers yet? Is that right? Captain Enjai's ship. I think you might have hit the mark here. You had reports of their crew being less than professional on several occasions. Still, being a little rough around the edges isn't exactly a crime. Are you sure it's the right ship? Then the next step is searching their cargo for any smuggled contraband. And, as luck would have it, I believe the Anansi has already arrived at landing pad B. I'll make the call to have the ship detained until further notice. Your job is to board the ship, locate any illicit goods, and return them here. And if any of the crew puts up a fight, I trust you know what to do. Good luck.
Always a satisfying moment to return to your ship. You need something, dearest? I know that tone. Very well. What is it? Thank you, dearest. You are not so bad yourself. Goodbye, dearest.
You with UC Security? My suggestion You turn around and pretend you saw nothing. You're barking up the wrong tree. Just get off the ship and tell your boss the ship's clean.
Looking for something?
You don't need to be here. Make it easy on yourself.
Well, it looks like you got me, officer. I guess this means my potato shipping days are numbered. But maybe you'd be willing to give a first-time offender a slap on the carpal bone. I don't suppose you're interested in a deal? Fine. You've made your choice. But now, you'll have to pay for it.
Don't make...
You're dead meat! We've got to defend this ship! We're moving! This is bad!
Hey, be careful not to point that thing at me.
Scanned as you enter the city. Please keep moving. Okay, no bounty. Clear.
How's the investigation going? How's the investigation going? No major. Good work. Did you find anything? Very well done, Captain. Time and time again, you come through for us. Initially, I felt bad for having someone of your rank doing security, but frankly, you're worth the guilt. In any case, I'll have a team move the ship off the landing pad and do a full sweep. Make sure there's no other surprises on board. And before I forget, your payment. It's well deserved.
Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like this video, give it a thumbs down. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Every little helps.